Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. If you don't know what's going on with my Chewbacca pajamas, one, they're just soft, comfortable, and wonderful. But if you really want to know what's going on, make sure you check out my Hellboy trailer reaction video. I talk about it there right at the beginning, so check that out. But we are not here for me and Chewbacca or for Hellboy trailers. We are here for a Disney movie that dropped that I was super excited about. I think a lot of people are super excited about. I think this is going to be a movie that makes a lot of money. But it certainly has a leading lady up to the task. Pull up a chair, man. Take a seat. We are getting ready to talk about Mary Poppins Returns. Spoiler free, baby. Look, I enjoyed this movie. This was, you want to introduce a new generation to Mary Poppins. I think this is a pretty solid way to do it. The movie is not perfect by any means. The script is okay. I don't think it's particularly strong. But it does the job. And Rob Marshall does a pretty solid job behind the camera. The emotional beats in this movie certainly hit, and there are quite a few, man. This is a sad movie. There's a lot of heavy stuff going on. And it certainly got me a couple times, but not in a bad way, but certainly not as light as I expected. I don't remember getting teary-eyed too much in the original Mary Poppins. But I'll tell you what's working for one thing for sure. Emily Blunt is phenomenal. She's not quite, to Julie Andrews' level, but God, man, she certainly deserves to don the Mary Poppins name, and she carries the mantle quite well. Her facial expressions in this movie are wonderful. They're priceless. Without saying anything, she will make you laugh, and she does the Mary Poppins stuff so well. The minute we see her, man, pay attention to her feet. That was the first thing, man. I saw that, I was like, she's got this in the bag, and she's wonderful, man. She does all the singing and the dancing and the performing. All of it is just fantastic. And like I said, she just captures the essence of Mary Poppins so well. I thought Emily Blunt was absolutely phenomenal. And exactly what you expect and hope from Emily Blunt is exactly what you get, man. Her interactions with the children, with the older children, and just everything around the character. I thought they really nailed that stuff. Lin-Manuel Miranda, I mean, that guy is entertaining as anything, right? He's super entertaining in this movie, for sure. But I don't think he quite transitioned to the screen all the way. Like, he doesn't, Emily Blunt is Mary Poppins in the movie. I don't necessarily see Lin-Manuel Miranda as his character Jack. I just see Lin-Manuel Miranda, and I'm certainly okay with that because he's very good at what he does. And they even figure out a way to work in a rap that, albeit it's a slightly out of place tone-wise to the rest of the movie, but, entertaining. I just love me some Lin-Manuel Miranda. And with the two of them in particular, man, the dance and the music numbers are nice to watch. Although I don't think the music itself is quite up to par with Mary Poppins. I don't think you're gonna have any iconic songs come out of this movie, and they're strange. Like they work. There's this one like about not judging a book by its cover. That I really dig. I dig like what the chorus is talking about, and then the whole performance. But the telling of the stories, sometimes it's hard to hear or really just sink in what you're hearing. So they're good, but they certainly didn't have that magic that I think the original Mary Poppins did. But something that did have the magic of the original, the kids, man. The kids in this movie did an absolutely fantastic job. Nathaniel Sala, who plays John, Pixie Davies, who plays Annabelle, and Joel Dawson, who plays Georgie. They're absolutely wonderful, man. I really enjoyed getting to take this ride with these kids. They really do a good job on screen. They handle the material, and they deliver it in a way that it feels like when you had Michael and Jane in the original. They capture that essence and that just pure kid stuff that just can work in a movie really, really well. And I thought they did a great job. Speaking of the original kids, Emily Mortimer, who plays Jane, I thought did a solid job. But Ben Winshaw, who plays Michael, wow, man, I love this dude, man. Like I said, this movie gets a little emotional. And his first song that's like solo, I won't say anything about it, but oh, he got me, man. He got me hard. And the ups and the downs, of the writing and the movie itself. What's nice is I think it starts really strong. And Ben Winshaw has a major role in the final performance, and it ends really, really strong. Like that ending, I was like, there it was, man. I thought the pacing was off a little bit in the middle, and the movie maybe a smidge too long. But the movie did two really, really inventive things in the course of essentially recreating the original Mary Poppins, which I'm totally fine with. Although it would have been nice to see them try to tackle it maybe in a different way. I'm not sure which way to go, but this really, it's in the same kind of a setting as far as London goes, and it hits all the same beats as the original, but it does it in a pretty solid way. But there are two scenes in this movie that I was just, wow. The first one, the animation. The animation sequence in this movie is beyond phenomenal. One, the fact that we're back to 2D, hand-drawn cartoons and animation, bringing back a lot of the original animators. So cool. And the way in which the animation is adapted to what it takes place on, like the place that they jump to get into the animation world, what its physical surrounding is, they use really well and are able to do some really neat things. And I just thought the entire animation sequence was beyond awesome. That's where that don't judge a book by the cover performance takes place. And what's really cool is if you're looking at Jack and Mary Poppins and the kids, all of their outfits kind of have a hint of animation to them. It's really, really cool. I love that whole sequence. The other thing that I thought they really nailed as far as inventiveness goes is the Leary's sequence. Jack is not a chimney sweep, although his character kind of hints that he grew up in some relation to Bert and around those guys. But Leary's are like the lamp guys. They turn the lamps on at night and they turn them off in the morning. And that sequence, the way they were able to kind of recreate moments from the chimney sweep sequence of the original, but with this lamp lighting and some other twists that they add to that was one of my favorite of the whole movie. I just sat there, I was like, that's really inventive and really cool. And the way they kind of were able to tip the cap to the original within that sequence, I thought was some of the best. That and the animation, as far as tipping the hat to the old movie, the original movie rather. And there are lots of nice hat tips in this movie. You'll certainly pay attention to Mary Poppins' umbrella. And just some of the other things they do. There are a lot of nice nods to the original in this. And then, of course, you get two really wonderful, familiar faces. Angela Lansbury shows up for the finale. And although she's not in the original Mary Poppins, Angela Lansbury, a legend, first off. And second off, involved in plenty of Disney films from back in the day. My personal favorite, Bedknobs and Broomsticks. So it was really, really nice to see her, man. And she doesn't miss a beat. You wouldn't even be able to tell, that this woman hasn't been in anything for a while, or that she is, in the later stages of her life. She just crushes her sequence. And then the king, the ledge, Dick Van Dyke, he steals the show. He's not in it very much, and they kind of hold him. But when he shows up, wow, dude. I mean, he is the best performer in the entire movie. He's lost none of the magic that you are familiar with Dick Van Dyke. His performance is wonderful. I love the way it inserts in. Got the tears to start rolling before Angela Lansbury showed up. And those two at the end of the movie were absolutely wonderful. Colin Firth also does a fine job. I wasn't really super happy with the bank stuff in the movie. I remember the original Mary Poppins really kind of being scared to go into the bank, and you don't really get that feeling at all. But I thought Colin Firth did a fine job, as did Jeremy Swift and Kobna Holdbrook-Smith, who played two of the lawyers in association to the main story in the movie. But then, just one more person to sneak in there. Well, actually two. Julie Walters does a really nice job as Ellen, like the kind of housemaid. But then Meryl Streep, man, when she pops up in this movie, oh wow, did she capture your imagination? Her performance was wonderful. Another one of my favorite sequences in the movie. I really enjoyed what she had going on, and you don't even recognize it right away, because her accent is just so fantastic. But when she gets into her mode and starts going, I really dug what Meryl Streep was doing. And that's the thing that this movie does so well. The performances in the movie really carry it. In the times where it kind of slows down a little bit, it's constantly picked up by somebody's performance that keeps it going. And overall, this is a really solid job for a Mary Poppins movie. So, is it as good as the original? Of course not. Although Emily Blunt, certainly right there, man. She crushes it. But it's a wonderful, fun movie. Like I said, it is sad. It's a little bit heavier than I thought it was gonna be for kind of like Christmas family movies. But this is definitely gonna be something that makes a ton of money, and I think Mary Poppins fans will really enjoy it. So there you go, man. That's all the non-spoiler thoughts the Seaman has on Mary Poppins. Really solid. Second entry, I think. Now I want to know what you think, man. Down below, hit those comments. Let me know what you're thinking about Mary Poppins. If you've seen it today, it just opened. I caught the 12:30 by me. If you somehow saw it beforehand, let me know what you're thinking there. Try to keep it spoiler-free or list that you have spoilers in there. And if you haven't seen it, has the Seaman enticed you? I mean, did I need to entice you? I mean, the minute we saw Emily Blunt the first time, and then that first trailer, I mean, I don't think anyone needed to. Just say Mary Poppins is coming back to the screen with someone as good as Emily Blunt. I don't need to entice you. Go see this movie, man. It's a good time. Bring the family. Enjoy yourselves. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, please, man, come join the Sitdown squad, guys. Hit that subscribe button. Get the little bell, too, so you get alerts every time I make a new video. For the Seaman's Cinema Sitdown, I'm the Seaman, and I'm signing off. Peace.
Hey, 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 I'm the Seaman and I'm running at you. Hey, 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 look at this, I got a video, and a subscribe button. Hey, hey, hey.